MRSA. MRSA is something that's deadly, something that more people in the United States die from annually than AIDS, but it's something that we really don't know a whole lot about. I know firsthand about MRSA. I had a MRSA incident. I had an infection 7 years ago. Had to be rushed to the hospital. My body went into shock. Had to get a skin graft, and really almost died. I'm lucky. I'm lucky that I'm still able to play basketball. I'm lucky that I'm here to be able to share with you.
A bacteria resistant to most antibiotics is attacking locker rooms and gyms, and the Illinois legislature and the athletic community are recognizing this superbug scare. Andrew Siegel has more on a relatively unknown condition with potentially deadly consequences.
Shelby Hoff is feeling good now, but 2 years ago, it was a different story.
In the summer of 2005, I woke up one morning and my wrist was really swollen and looked like I had an egg in it.
At the time, Hoff was a 19-year-old personal trainer, and she went to see her doctor the next day. She was surprised with the diagnosis.
He took a brief look at it and told me it was gout. Now, a 19-year-old vegetarian athlete does not get gout, especially in her wrist.
Hoff took gout medication, but her condition didn't improve.
The next morning, I woke up again, and at this time it had spread halfway up my forearm. It eventually got up to about, past my elbow, and it had inflamed so much that my skin burst and shed like a snake.
So what did Hoff have? It's called methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus, or MRSA. MRSA is a staph infection that can't be treated by typical antibiotics. More than 2 million Americans carry the MRSA bacteria, but it only becomes infectious when it enters the body through an opening in the skin. MRSA is a condition doctors often fail to catch, and according to Dr. Mark Dworkin, it's becoming a public health threat as cases spread.
Historically, it's been more of a problem with hospitals, occurring in patients who have been in the hospital for several days or more. It's been considered a hospital-acquired infection, but now we're seeing more of it in the community as well.
The new MRSA menace has been hitting athletes especially hard. Most cases have been traced back to poor hygiene in locker rooms and fitness centers. Athletes are particularly susceptible because they often have skin abrasions and are in close contact with one another.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. In the jungle, the quiet jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Near the village, the peaceful village, the lion sleeps tonight. Near the village, the quiet village, the lion sleeps tonight.
Jeff Ulbrich, a starting linebacker for the San Francisco 49ers, and Demetrius Brown, the leading scorer of the San Jose State basketball team, were put out of commission by small wounds that got infected by the superbug known as MRSA. Antibiotics used to cure simple staph infections easily, but MRSA, or methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus, has become resistant to all frontline antibiotics. Left untreated, it can develop into a serious and even life-threatening infection. Take the case of the St. Louis Rams. In 2003, 5 players were felled by the superbug. Dr. Stanley Derazinski, an expert in multi-drug resistant infections and a pro sports medical consultant, analyzed the St. Louis outbreak.
Among the Rams in the reported outbreak, all the individuals with infections were either linemen or linebackers, because they're the ones groveling in the turf all the time. But another interesting observation that was made was the sharing of some inanimate objects, and in particular the fact that these millionaire football players used an average of 1 towel per 3 players. Obviously, it should be an easy thing to change within the locker room.
Though 2 of the Rams had to take extremely potent antibiotics intravenously, all 5 players eventually made a full recovery.
I hate feeling like this. I'm so tired of trying to fight this. I'm asleep and all I dream of is waking to you. Tell me that you will listen. Your touch is what I'm missing. And the more I hide, I realize I'm slowly losing you. Comatose, I'll never wake up without it. Overdose of you. I don't wanna live, I don't wanna breathe. Best to feel you next to me. You take the pain I feel. Waking up to you never felt so real. I don't wanna sleep, I don't wanna dream, 'cause my dreams don't come with me.
This is training hard. This is training smart. This is training protected. Athletic body care products kill harmful germs and bacteria on the skin that can spread illness and disease, all while moisturizing. Combat athletes are more susceptible to contracting skin disease due to the vigorous workouts and continued skin-to-skin contact. Healthy skin is the best prevention.